Hey everybody, Bob McManaman with the Arizona Republic and AZ Central Sports, here along with colleagues Jose Romero and Kent Summers. Gentlemen, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Doing well. Thanks for asking, Bob.
You're welcome. We're here to discuss the Cardinals game Sunday in Minnesota. And they haven't done very well there in the past 8 trips. They've lost, I think, all 8 times. I see a different Cardinals team this week. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but Minnesota's 5-1. They've won their last 4 games, but they've won the last 4 games by 1 score. Do the Cardinals have a chance in this game, Kent?
Yes, they do. Despite the history, like you said, I think it's 8 in a row losses in Minnesota. I think maybe 10. I just looked. I think it's 1977 was the last time the Cardinals won there.
And they were the people leaders back then.
Yeah. So, yeah, but they do have a chance. I mean, the Vikings are impressive, 5-1, but, who have they played? Who have they beaten? They've beaten the Packers, the Lions, the Saints, the Bears, and the Dolphins. I mean, that's not exactly a killer lineup. So I do think the Cardinals have a chance. Maybe I'm a fool. I am a fool, but maybe maybe not in this case.
So, Jose, do you like the Cardinals in this game, or are you worried?
Yeah, I do because for a couple of reasons. First of all, I'll be in Minneapolis, so I'm looking forward to as many Prince guitar licks in US Bank Stadium as possible. And also, just with regard to the Cardinals, definitely. I mean, this Minnesota defense strikes me as sort of a defense that's going to give up a ton of yards. Both on the ground and in passing. They're not giving up a lot of points, but maybe that changes. And I think the Cardinals maybe have found something offensively. They found a rhythm, and they found an ability to score finally, often and consistently.
You know what else the Cardinals found, gentlemen? They found DeAndre Hopkins. He's back, and he had 10 catches for 103 yards. No touchdowns, but you notice they played him in the slot an awful lot. I don't know if that's trickery for a week or if it stays or continues. I don't think it continues. I think he is your ex wide receiver until Marquise Hollywood Brown returns, and then we can really talk about how that whole dynamic's going to play out. But do you see Hopkins, Jose, as more effective moving around like he did against the Saints, or on that patented left side is the ex-receiver, the trusty guy for Kyler?
I do. I mean, I like what they did with him. I like that he was moving around in different places. He's just an effective guy no matter where he lines up. I mean, this is a guy who makes one-handed catches routinely. He sheds defensive backs like they're not even there. And, huge difference maker. It's kind of tough because you don't want that one guy to be that big of a difference maker, but Hopkins was that guy.
Kent, the Vikings play a lot of zone defense in their secondary. Is that what you expect them to roll out against D-Hop, Kyler, and company?
Yeah, I would think they would keep doing what they're doing, and really what the whole league is doing. Yeah. Playing zone, keeping safeties back, keeping everything in front of you. It's why when we flip on games, we see a field goal kicker. You flip on the red zone, it's like, oh, hey, we're going to this game where they're going to kick a field goal. Oh, this game we're going to kick another field goal. It's been kind of boring football. Scoring is
call it what it is. It's ugly. It's ugly. Call it what it is.
Well, yeah, I don't know why the Vikings would go away from that in this game. I think they'll continue to do the same.
One player to watch, and then we'll get to predictions real quick. My player to watch is Justin Jefferson for obvious reasons. Guy's averaging 10.5 catches for the Vikings, 110 yards a game. But, and this is interesting, they played 6 games. He only has 2 touchdowns, and he caught both of those in week 1 against the Packers. Now, does that mean anything? Yes. He's not catching touchdown passes. But can the Cardinals limit him? Specifically, will Byron Murphy Jr. trail him and shadow him? I hope he does, because Murph didn't have a good game Thursday against the Saints. Jose, what's one player on either side of the ball you want to watch that's going to have an impact in this game?
For Minnesota, it would be Dalvin Cook. I want to see how they're able to if that Cardinals defense can limit another really good running back that they've managed to do that all season long. So And on the Cardinals side, I mean, let's see if Isaiah Simmons can follow up what he did last week and continue to improve. He's looks like leaps and bounds ahead of where he was at the beginning of the year. So let's see if he can continue that.
Kent, you got a guy either side of the ball?
I'd like to see someone from the Cardinals other than DeAndre Hopkins sort of step up and fill the role. You know, we haven't seen a huge game yet from Zach Ertz. I don't think, despite a ton of playing time, we haven't seen another receiver really consistently come through for them. I think Cliff Kingsbury still hasn't figured out how to use Rondale Moore successfully. I think that's a guy. And on the defensive side of things, you know, where's the Cardinals pass rush going to come from besides J.J. Watt? You know, Marcus Golden has been really quiet since, you know, the start of the season. He got the 1-year contract extension, and just and just hasn't been a factor yet. And they desperately need a guy like that. I think it's the one big hole that they have on defense.
Yes, Vance Joseph, Kent. He says, "I don't care about sacks. I care about wins."
Care about pressures, care about hitting the quarterback. He's not doing that either. And I love the job Vance has done, you know, but you know, the players need to help him out a little bit more.
One player you don't count on seeing a lot of on offense, that receiver, AJ Green, because he's disappeared, and I don't know what's going to happen to him. Might even be released. I don't know. On to the prediction get part of this game. I'll start. I think the Cardinals do have a shot. I think knowing Minnesota hasn't scored over 30, I think Arizona untracks itself and they get 33, but Minnesota can't keep up with that. They get 24. So 33-24 Cardinals. Who do you got?
Cardinals 27, Vikings 22.
Ooh, okay, 22. I like what you did there. How do you get that, a safety or something?
Just a great number.
Kent, what do you got?
Man, I think the Cardinals are going to be in this, but I got to go with the history of Vikings winning at home, something like 27-24. And this is the beginning of a month that's going to define the Cardinals season.
This month didn't define them at all.
I mean, they did. They held on, right? Without Hopkins there, they came back. They're 3-4. They're in position. Four consecutive games against NFC West or NFC opponents, and then the next 3 are against NFC West. So, you know, it's a big month for the Cardinals.
Sink or swim, as they say. That's it from us. Make sure you follow us all at AZ Central and the Arizona Republic. Until next week, adios.